Greetings, Lotus beings. This is going to be an interesting transmission. In many ways, how can I stay grounded while there may be lots of activity? So that's good. I really wanted to bring you a transmission from a special place in the Mayan lands, and especially as we're doing some earth-keeping work, and today the transmission you'll be receiving is the red spectral earth. And I had all these avant-garde ideas about going to the temples, even though I knew they were kind of like Babylon, full of people, and I didn't really want that. And then I was doing some divination the other night, and my guys just kept plonking my finger on a place, and then I scaled it up, and it's this Arco Maya, and it's a Mayan arch, and yeah, it's really cool because it's not full of tourists, and it's full of good tourists. So there's at least a little bit of consciousness possible here. I'm going to explain this Arco Maya. So this archway is an old ruin. So it's holding the Mayan frequency. It's also the gateway. I'm in Tulum, on the Caribbean coast, and I've given some earth payments before at up at Tulum, but yeah, I wasn't really called there. And then it was like, you have to go here, and I went okay. And then I was thinking about the archway. What's inside here? As I sit on this gateway, we've got on this side is Tourist Tulum, and it's a beautiful, very boutique-y, chic-y street of magic, which I hope you all get to come to sometime. And very soon we'll be explaining some possibilities for you guys to come here to the Mayan lands and do things properly with us. And here on the other side, inside through the archway, and I'm sitting just as a little precarious tourist at the moment. I may even walk us in if I feel we've secured that through the transmission. Anyway, so this is the opening to a biospheric reserve. It's one of the biggest reserves of its sort. It's preserved lagoon and rainforest, and it's one of the biggest in North America. And it was really interesting that the guides have been like, no, you're doing your film there, you're doing it there. You're not going to some old monuments. No, you need to go to the gateway. So I'm here at this gateway between the worlds. This world that's developed outside. And Tulum's pretty good. They don't have electricity at night down this road or anything like that. Well, sometimes they don't have it anyway. So I've brought to the gateway and it's very symbolic because we're all at a gateway here. We've been doing the course, and we're expanding into something, and we're at a gateway in humanity, make or break. And so it was really poignant that I was guided on the day of the earth to sit at a gateway. And you're at a gateway. What are you going to do with this course? Where are you now? Are you going to go through the portal? So I'm really grateful to the guys for bringing me here. I never even knew this existed, this gateway. So I've shared this many times, but I'm going to share it another time. I had a partner one time who used to tell these awful jokes. He used to be like, the secret to a good joke is the key's in the repetition, which was even more excruciating. So this is not a joke, but the secret is in the repetition. We've got 8 years left, okay, guys? So make or break. Shall we go through the portal? So, the Maya, we've been working with the Galactic Mayan, and here we're at a seat of the old Mayan codes. And what we're here at is this meeting of these two worlds. And that's very much what this course has been about, is our meeting of two worlds. What of our old self are we going to bring through the portal into the new way? And the work that we're going to be doing here at the end of the year here in Mexico is very much about how we're going to fuse those codes together. So Natasha's transmission was really great about starting to grind things through, and just for us to be kind to ourselves and know that we don't have to do everything immediately, and we don't have to do it alone. Red car, red earth, I love it. So basically, we don't have to become somebody we weren't, but we have to grind it through and try to work out our place. What's happened is we don't know who we are in our ecosystem anymore. And the guides kind of want me to be here where there's a preserved ecosystem, and maybe I'm here to give a transmission that we do know our place and we just have to tune in a bit more. I know a lot of you have been feeling there's very intense energies on the planet at the moment. It's huge, and the equinox is the real lift-off to the next new Gregorian year, and it's all poised so perfectly because we finish on the 19th, and we've got the new moon, which is a huge new moon. It's the new moon in Pisces. It's got a really deep chironic aspect, which means it's all about our wounded healer and how our wound is our strength. And so those of you who are like, oh, I'm still wallowing my wounds, it's about celebrating your wounds. It's about grounding it in and seeing how your wound defines you. Okay, so the earth is wounded. We are a mirror of the earth. And sometimes people are like, I'm not waking up quick enough. It's like, there's going to be disease. We will always be a mirror. Our consciousness is. And the more and more we clear, the more and more we usually means we are usually getting closer to our ecosystem. And so it's really important that you don't beat yourselves up about it, but acknowledge your wounds and ground it in, because we're now coming into the point of integration and thinking about how we're going to integrate what we've learned and how we're going to integrate who we're becoming. And we've got this huge, beautiful planet. Pachamama's waiting for us to reconnect with her. It's not that we're just all on our own, surfing through the cosmos, floating around. The really important thing for us to do now, and especially today, if you can, is to make some sort of commitment to being with your mum, being with Pachamama. And she's just waiting for us to say that. And when the weather gets a bit better, it's really good sometimes to just lie on the floor and just give your story, your wounds to her, and she will mulch it. She will take the worst of our pain and transform it into beautiful light energy and bring it back up to us. And now, today, I'd love, even if it's a little small thing, I'm going to make some pagamentos in a little minute. I'm going to make some payments, earth payments, with some of the things you've given me. Luckily, I had some of them with me, and the rest will come in my suitcase when it appears. They're running out of time. I'm going to get a very big insurance claim. It looks like I'm going to have to buy loads of new clothes. Sorry. But yeah, I am missing some really important ceremonial stuff. So anyway, it doesn't matter because I saw the abundance that I've got, and I still have loads of pagamentos with me. I'm going to make some earth payments here at this gateway ahead of some of the other Mayan payments we're going to be making along the way. I'm going to make those today, honouring our commitment to this Lotus programming, honouring us and who we are. And I'm going to do those inside the portal. And yeah, that feels really good. And it's really lovely if you give something like a piece of tobacco, a seed, a coin, a piece of hair, anything. Just even go outside today, find somewhere and just check in and just say, and ask where would like to receive a payment from you. And just talk to the earth, tell it why you're here, tell it who you are, and tell it who you're really wanting, what you're wanting to find out. And start to make that deal with your Earth Mother. Because yes, it's been really important for us to let you swim in sludge and be in confusion, but actually we have this beautiful planet waiting for us. And when we actually really go, I'm in, Mum, then the clarity starts to come. So I just really wanted to say that. The mantra for today, which I'm going to read out, is, because it's about dissolving. So we can dissolve who we are. We can be going, I'm giving this. So we often give our moon blood. And I've even got a little bit of moon blood that came to me last night just to be here for today. It just now gives it to me when I need. It's really cool. And yeah, so I'm going to be giving a little bit of moon blood. And that's really important for women to give, because then it's us saying no more blood, no more blood sacrifices, no more blood in form of warfare. We're giving our blood, we're giving our earth, and we're giving back to the mother who birthed us. And the nitrogen's really good for the trees, and she loves it, she guzzles it up. And more and more women are now giving their moon blood, and I can maybe do a little mini ceremony sometime on how to do that properly, because I've been taught by some Mexicans how to do that and do proper moon blood ceremony. And you can come out here and actually learn from the godmother who teaches that in December. Because a lot of menstrual problems come from not knowing how to talk to our womb. And Katie did a beautiful transmission. You can talk to Katie, who's on the course as well, about the womb work. And so once we start to tune in with our blood and commune with our womb energy and our moon blood, our menstruation becomes like more seamless. Mine comes when I need it. Like it'll come it wants to just give it to Earth. So it's like, no, I'm keeping it until you go to this side. And then I'm like, oh my goodness. So yeah, men, I'm sorry, but there aren't so many of you on the course, so I'm really saying this for the women. It's amazing. So please, give your blood. It loves it. This is and it's a real sign of our allegiance. And what I got recently, and today, I've got some water that I've made some sovereign codes with. My moon blood is holding spiritual sovereign codes. So I'm giving those codes as a sign to the earth that we're in this upgrade. And so I'm giving that today in the Mayan lands. And yeah, we can use our bodies, you see, what comes from our bodies to be like a DNA to show, oh, some of the humans are waking up, wicked. And then the birds start to sing that. And then the trees start to listen. And then everybody in the ecosystem's like, oh, we can talk to these humans. So please, please, please get synchronized with the earth. Get synchronized with yourself. This is, in transpersonal eco-psychology, there are reams of studies written by very, very reputed people, and I can send you a whole list. I've just been curating the readings that I've done on that, basically about why it's a mirror, the disease, and why we, so many malfunctional aspects of the psyche are because we're not connected to nature. And that's why so many young people go to wilderness studies, and we do retreats in nature, because this is really where we need to be. And so from this gateway, I'm really imploring you all today to make a commitment, to step up. The mantra for today is, I dissolve in order to evolve, releasing synchronicity. So I'm going to release what I've dissolved, release my codes into the earth. I seal the matrix of navigation with the spectral tone of liberation. I am guided by the power of my own power doubled, because the guide of today is also the earth. So it's such a good day for us to align with the earth. So please, lovelies, really tune in. This is how we grind. We grind in what we've learned, grind it into the earth. Let's use those roots that have been working and mulching. Let's really root into the earth, because then we can really look up. It's as above, so below. And once we know where we are, we can look up, put our heads up and really tilt up to receive the transcendental codes that are coming through. I also have a little bit of cosmic homework. I've been waiting to do this for a little while. Basically, I want to tell you about somebody whose challenge is Earth. Okay. So, Mr. Donald Trump! He is the blue electric hand, born on a gap day. So he's born to create change across space and time. He's born to bring something across. The hand is a healer. The hand is my best friend. It's the ally to the human. And I work very closely with the hand energy. And so the hand is, great energy. It's healing, it's nurturing, it's visionary. His guide is the monkey, the inner child, and he's like a child the whole time, hey? And and it's like a monkey. It's an illusion, the magic, the trickster, the joker. He's guided by that energy, okay? But his fundamental role is to heal, is the healing, okay? And he's born in a portal day. He's born to be a portal. And he's born an electric, which is my tone, which is by activating things and service. And so, he really has incarnated to be a catalyst to something huge. His challenge is the earth. And if you look at all these crazy things he's doing about climate change, he's every day signing off something more ridiculous, I feel that he is not aware of his coding. And that means that we all have a sovereign right to know our code and what our life's path is to be. And you will all know, I hope by now, that once you kind of know more about you, you get the essence of why you're here. And it takes a while, but I'm sure you're all getting little nuggets of that coming through. I feel that because Donald Trump is not aware of that, he's messing up. And so if we can appeal to his higher self, we're not doing anything naughty. We are just iterating natural law, that his guide is the earth, and his greatest gift to his lifetime is to align with the earth. Couldn't it be the most beautiful ending to what at the moment is a rather macabre story, that he suddenly becomes aligned with his mom? Because he's crying out for love. He's a little bit deranged because he's not in balance with his facets. He's not in balance with his challenge, and he is not aware. He pushes his challenge away like we often do unconsciously, like that's too difficult, I don't want it. And so that's what he's been doing. So I really implore you all, from time to time, whenever you like, maybe especially today in the day of the spectral earth, pray to Donald Trump's higher self via your higher self and say, just praying to Donald Trump's higher self, you've got the challenge of the earth to synchronize the earth and to synchronize with the earth. That is your life goal, because otherwise he's going to have to incarnate and do it all over again. And we don't want that to happen, because it's his life's work to connect with the earth, okay? And so there could be a beautiful happy ending if enough of us do this. You know, we're working with morphic fields. If we can all, again, pact in, say, I've done it, I'm aligning with earth, and especially those of you with it in your chart, then we're also helping the 100 monkey syndrome, not syndrome, system to work. So I really, that's a bit of homework, is your let's deal with big things through just iterating the reality of them, which is that's the coding. So I didn't think I had lots to tell you today. We've had quite a lot of really long transmissions, so I just want to leave it there, because I'm going to walk through the portal. I think I'm going to walk you all through the portal. I might get some weird looks, but it's okay. And my little look, this is what I had, a sacred bag. I had a sacred bag from the mamos, from the head of the Kogis, the head mama of the Kogis that he gave me one time. This is not my bag for environmental. This is like a gluten-free tortilla bag with a little bit of menstrual blood, little bag with goodies, but I've still got it. So I'm going with my Pegamentos, and you're going to come with me, and we're going to come through the gateway with me. And then I'm going to leave it there, and sending you loads of love from the Mayan lands. It's been beautiful to connect with you here. Amor, amor, amor. Oh, my mumble really wants to go on the floor already. Okay, thank you. Right, we made it through. Okay, so now we're looking at the other world in there. And in here, I'm in the biospheric world, sending you lots of love. Hope to connect with you in our ecosystem soon. Ciao, ciao.